So that brings us to another round. Just a reminder of everything that's in play here. There are still 2 black cars that are flying, driving around kind of towards the back. They're mostly right now, what they're focusing on is all of your friends. They're kind of trying to keep your friends off of it. And the other Dune, like the guzzlers that are around, trying to keep them at bay. Not doing super great because it's just a lot of chaos going on and stuff. There's 1 drone still in play, and that thing's also kind of trying to deal with everything. And then there are technically 3 Dune buggies, but one of them only has a driver.
Okay, but there's 1 Dune buggy is like up on me, yeah?
It's up on you, yeah, because it bumped you off, and like they're almost having a fun time shooting at this weird mail carrier.
Cool.
They're like taking pride in trying to destroy the Omai at this point.
Oh dear. Okay. It is a long shot, but I think Zed is going to pull out one of their handguns, their heavy revolvers, and try to either shoot at the driver or the wheels to make it stop.
Ooh. So I want to say probably the driver, because the wheels, when you take a second to look at them, you go to aim at the wheels, and you notice the wheels are covered in these weird chains to not only help them be dune buggies, but like also kind of act as like an armor protection thing. So you look down and you're like,
shoot the enemy that you can reach. Right?
Yeah. And then I guess mix it up.
Mix it up with the meat, which is unfortunate for me.
I'm gonna start taking things off though because I am very warm.
I got a 6.
Got a 6. Oh boy.
Yay.
I'm gonna show you the barrel of a gun. And I guess inflict harm is the way I'm gonna do it. So
but literally.
You go to shoot at the driver, they like slow down, like they do that maneuver in again Star Fox for some fucking reason. They kind of brake to slow down, and you shoot wide, and you hit the side of the white truck, leaving like a bullet hole behind. But then they speed up again and just ram your car enough that it knocks a piece of the armor of it off. So the car, your hover thing again spins because it doesn't necessarily have wheels to keep it grounded enough to stay forward. So you spin again, but you still keep a forward momentum as it goes. I want to say that's technically against your vehicle, not necessarily you. Mm-hmm. Roll harm. Yeah, okay. Roll harm.
8.
8? Okay. Between someone and choose, I get to choose one. Okay. I want to say you lose track of someone or something you're attending to. You don't, like, as you're re-getting footage, you can't figure out where they went. Like, are they in front of you? Are they behind you? You don't seem to see where the dune buggy went. Because you've gotten all discombobulated by spinning around and stuff.
Discombobulated. Good luck, boys. Don't mess it up.
Micah is on the car? On the truck? Is that where we are?
I'm attached to the truck.
Attached to the truck.
Right,
like
a flag flying in the wind. Yeah. So too, our friend Micah is flying in the winds.
Twirling towards freedom.
I will try to blow up one of the black cars.
One of the black cars. So you kind of like slow down enough to kind of go to the back of the truck.
Yeah.
As you ominously watching HOGWYLDE disappear as the truck kind of takes over and goes forward, and you kind of like come between 2 black cars, and they like turn and see you and kind of aim their guns at you. Roll mix it up. Unless if there's something else, like it seems like mix it up is the combat one.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you want to acquire agricultural property.
You could if you die.
That is the death. I got a 6 and I will fail unless Michael wants to try to help me out.
So you're shooting at one of the black cars behind the truck?
Yes.
Oh, with a missile? Then I don't want to do what I was just thinking. I honestly don't know how I would help because I'm not carrying a gun.
That's fine. I can miss.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that.
That's fine.
Alrighty. So what'd you get then?
6, failure.
Oh, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. You go to shoot, and you're out of missiles.
Nice.
Nice,
sense.
nice.
You go, shit! And then you see both of them just kind of like start shooting at you as you kind of swerve around. Yeah, and you don't take damage or anything, but you are out of missiles.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
No more missiles.
Where did all my missiles go?
I believe Micah is the only one that needs to go now.
I guess I'm going to retract my grappling hand and try to get back up to the front of the truck.
Alrighty, I want you to act under pressure.
All right.
Yeah, you kid.
Because I want to say, this is that for sure. To like a T.
Awesome. Have I mentioned how uncool Micah is?
I'm so fucking uncool, guys. You don't even know.
All right, here we go. 8.
Hey.
8. That's pretty good. 7 or 8. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The MC offered you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. So.
Wow, but I can't get over it.
So you start to tract in, and you get into a position where you can actually put your feet down on the back of the truck.
Okay.
So you're kind of anchored now, and you can start to walk forward as you're reeling yourself in. And as you reel yourself in, you see at the front end of the truck a hand hit the top of the truck, and then this big beefy guy wearing like a pig mask and like has red eyes and smoke's coming out of his mouth because I've made him even cooler. Starts to rise up and his machine gun is holding up as he starts to get on top of the truck as well.
Oh, I'm on top now. Okay.
Yeah, both of you are on top of this white cyber truck.
All right.
As it's barreling down the road and there are bullets flying everywhere, but this giant hog man just kind of like looking at you.
In that case, I'm just gonna retract my hand, let go with my hand, retract it the rest of the way, and like get in a fighting pose and kind of start to come at him.
Yes. We call this Mad Micah. All right, with that is the end of the round, I believe. So, more shit that's happening. I want to say the dune buggies are going to war with your friends. The Falcon starts to kind of shoot at one of them. It manages to destroy the one that Kells is mostly eliminated, because that one was just kind of trying to drive away for the moment and then keep up to hopefully gather more people eventually, but they didn't give it a chance. The Falcon just kind of, and then that thing just kind of like flips into the desert and just explodes. With that, it's another round.
Where's
I'll punch him.
Good, do that.
Micah. You got
Just
him,
gonna
Micah.
punch him?
Get
I
him.
want to say you have slightly stronger hands because they are metal hands. So
Yeah,
go
one
ahead
of them
and-
anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Mix It Up.
All right. God, it's somehow it's much tenser hitting the roll button than actually just rolling dice. I have to work up to it. All right, here we go. 12.
Oh, fuck!
Yes.
Yeah, you just do it. So you punch him in the face, and he kind of stumbles back. And just because you did so well, he drops his machine gun. And it's kind of like there's like a strap on it, and it's managed to kind of somehow hook itself onto the side of the what's it called? The truck. So it's just kind of dangling off the side of the truck, banging against the side of it. But it's not completely out of reach, but it is out of his hands now. And
Okay.
he kind of like it takes his mask and adjusts it again, and he looks straight at you. He's like, and now he's a big beef boy. He's just like,
Somewhere back in Micah's backstory, he actually did a few years of just like MMA, so that's kind of coming back to him now.
you hear him like grunt, like. He doesn't actually sound like a pig. He sounds like a man making a pig sound.
Amazing.
And I want to say your fist probably does 2 harm is like a pistol. I want to say at least 1 harm. So yeah, you hit him for 1. All right, and then Zed and Kells.
Where's Kells?
I'm in the back realizing I don't have any more missiles.
I'm in the back regretting things.
Okay.
It's getting really hot in here.
You have a how is the Dune Killer looking?
Dune Killer is doing all right. It got hit once.
Okay.
It's not dead, but it's got a little bit of damage, but it seems to be doing
Okay,
all
just
right.
a little bit. All right, I will then there's still a driver in this car. There are 2 cars behind us. I will.
There's a drone too, which hasn't really come up.
Yeah, there's a drone.
It's
but
busy.
How awful.
Yeah, it's busy doing shit.
It's gotten distracted.
There's a lot of things happening.
Kells will. Okay, Kells is going to. He's been heading towards this thing. These black cars, not realizing he's out of missiles. Once he realizes it, I think it's going to be too much of a course correction. So he kind of he with one hand holding the motorcycle balls in one hand, he kind of stands up on the motorcycle seat and pulls out his sword and is just going to try to slash the people on top of the cars.
All right, roll mix it up. You do have the vehicle link too, so I guess you don't even have to hold on to the
That's true.
thing.
I could just. Well, I don't balancing without holding on seems dangerous.
True.
So
Yeah.
One-handed hold on and just kind of hold out his sword. 7 plus 3 is 10.
10. All right. Yeah. So you're good. You just do it. So one of the guys is just completely caught off guard about this whole thing. He goes to try and shoot you, but then you just kind of stab him right through, and he just and he drops his gun and just kind of limply stands on lays his body down on top of the hood of the car, and that black car kind of tries to drive away to kind of regroup itself. It's still kind of in the fight, but the guy that was on top of it is just kind of dead laying there, because that's a sword straight through his armor. I'm sure it's armor piercing and just did a pretty good job.
I was probably would have had the chest or head.
Yeah, he was so panicked, and the car's bumping around, he didn't manage to get a shot in on you or anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I see Micah is up on top of the thing, punching people.
Punching Hogman. Scary looking Hogman.
We still need someone to drive this thing. There's someone in there, but it's not someone who we want to be
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
it's the same person who's been in there this whole time so far.
Yeah. Sidebar, because I didn't think to say this. Alf is not here.
I figured he wasn't.
Not
There was no
here.
mention of him just yet, and there's no reason for him to really be there. So I was just like, I figured
That
he's
is
back at camp.
important because my plan is to get to the door and abandon ship.
You're gonna abandon the Oh My after everything we've been through?
1000% am willing to lay down the life of this very bad car.
This very, very bad car. Mix it up. Or act under pressure. That's because you're not doing anything violent.
No, I'm not. My
yeah.
intention is to just get into the car.
Yeah, so just act under pressure.
Amazing. Under pressure. That's a big old 6.
Oh no. Now I have to pull this list out again. You see what you've made me do?
Oh no.
Well, you open the door and the guy immediately takes a pot shot.
Well, all right. Listen, I did in fact see that one.
Here's the
coming.
problem, though. You've ditched the Oh My. You are now hanging off the door.
Yep.
And the Oh My has just kind of kind of lost control and just kind of flipped out over into the desert behind you guys. And you're now hanging off the door. You do take harm, however.
Awesome.
So roll me some harm. It will be a 2 damage, or 2 harm technically, because it is a pistol.
All right, cool.
But you have your body armor, so that brings it down to 1 or whatever, and then
One.
1.
But that it stacks, right? So technically I have 2 harm now. Is that right?
If you had one already, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
You would fill up your 18 o'clock,
Yeah, 18 o'clock.
as they
Yes.
call it in the military.
And Sweden, and basically anywhere that's not the United States.
4.
4. I think. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it's the harm.
Yeah.
The harm one is good. Yeah. So you just take the damage or whatever, and that. But yeah, now you're hanging off the thing. Because your damage was so low, I will actually tell you that HOGWYLDE's machine gun is hanging in your sight on the same side of the vehicle as you are. Much like you hanging in the wind on the side of this truck. This is not where Zed has ever imagined themselves to be.
No. 1000% no.
Probably in the back of your mind, you're like, Dad, what have you gotten yourself into?
Why did I say yes?
Why
Why
did
did
I
I
say-
bring Gunner?
I mean, I'm a little mad at things right now, but I'm not this mad.
This is a little much.
This is the
Listen.
scariest thing I have ever done.
Not true. I willingly allowed Lux to throw me out of a giant skyscraper. That was
That is
way
true.
worse. That was way worse.
Awesome. Shit, what an adventure the past 3 months have been.
Yeah.
So with that brings us to the end of the round, and I want to say the mission clock ticks up, as in, which is not a. I just wanted to say that because it sounded ominous. I'm not actually keeping track of a mission clock, but here's a funny thing that happens: is you start to see a storm, like a dust storm, starting to pick up on the road ahead of you. So you're barreling straight towards it. Yeah, that's coming. So that's fun. As far as other things that happen, I want to say the drone starts to shoot at the Falcon, and it causes the Falcon to take some damage, but does not get taken off the road. But it is struggling now. Like, you see the thing, like, the gun almost doesn't turn quite right, and the car is kind of starting to not drive straight, and there's smoke coming out of it and everything. But like the vehicles are all starting to get like a little almost exhausted by all the action that's happening and everything. And that leaves us back to another round.
I'll continue my brawl on top of the truck.
Continue the brawl. Mix it up. You just gonna punch him again?
I think so.
What kind of punch
it
you want to
seems.
give him?
I don't know.
A roundhouse kick punch.
The old foot punch.
Foot punch.
Hand kick.
Yeah, I'm not really sure there's anything more appropriate to the situation than just more mixing it up. I would say in this case, I'm going to feint with a punch, but actually go for a knee to the crotch.
Ooh, get him.
Yes.
We got to get that humor in there. There's got to be some levity in this fight.
A 9.
A 9. That's good. Yeah, so you achieve your objective however you choose to.
All right. Something of value breaks. Does that have to be my value?
My jewels that he keeps in his pocket.
I think I make too much noise, maybe alerting the driver that there's people on top of the truck too.
That's good. I know what I can do with that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, granted, the truck driver probably knows by this point. HOGWYLDE got on top of the car from the grill.
Where'd he go? I don't know. I lost him.
And I
Now
guess
he
I
can
take
decide what
harm.
to take with it.
Yeah, I'll take harm in return.
All right, so you punch him in the face, or no, you go to feint punch him, but you fake it and you kick him. He kind of lifts up a little bit, but it doesn't hurt him as much as you'd think it would because you feel like a metal there, and he just goes because this joke was in a movie at some point, I'm sure, but so you do hurt him enough that like he actually did take damage because you did succeed in your task. However, he immediately just boom, big deck right in your face, causing you to kind of stumble back a little bit. I want you to roll harm for me.
Okay. I assume my armor negates the actual damage. I'm just rolling again.
Yeah, you might because it's got to be if anything 2 because he's a big beefy boy, but like you have this crazy armor on, so.
I rolled a 10.
Oh boy. He
That's the bad
punches your
number.
head clean off.
Well, I think
Yay!
James is the one that gets to choose one
Yeah,
of
no,
those.
I'm totally kidding.
The whole
Say
head
lose a
right
body
off.
part.
Lose a
Head.
whole body part.
Immediately.
Which is amazing because he didn't even punch that hard.
I could lose the body part. I could just get knocked unconscious. I think I'm, to be honest, just going to take the full harm of the attack before armor.
Oh,
See,
yeah, that's
that
fair.
feels safe.
Yeah, he punched you in the face, which isn't like you have. I want to say a what's the paramedic group?
Combat team?
Yeah, trauma team. You have a trauma team tech helmet, but like he punched it off. Like that's how hard he punched you. It spun around your head and just flew off
right.
the truck and stuff, and just big bruise in the morning, I'm sure. But yeah, so you would take 2 harm from that.
2 harm.
Yeah, because he's a big boy. He's a big, beefy boy.
Owie.
And it's hard to hurt you, so I'm going to take every advantage I can.
Yeah. Don't worry, you can take 4 more of those before you die.
Before you
Hey, no, you can still. Once you get that low, you roll, and then you might die.
Yeah, then you get to acquire agricultural property, which sounds delightful.
Don't roll low on that.
Don't roll on that.
That joke took me an unfortunately long time.
I didn't even bother to read it because I thought it was some technique I wasn't going to use. And
Yeah,
then I did read it, and I was like, oh my god, that's hysterical. So yeah, he punches you and you kind of like fall backwards, but you're still on top of the truck and you regain your footing and everything. But you got just fucked. Like your head is gonna look really messed up in a little bit. All right. Was that the first thing this round? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to not be here. I want to be in the car, please.
In the truck, you mean?
I want to be
car is
inside
gone.
the minivan, please.
Oh, actually, let me cross off the oh my. We hardly knew ye.
Bye.
It technically didn't get destroyed. You could go back for it. It's just
I
not in the
think
fight anymore.
I'll leave it where it fell.
Leave the cards where they may.
Yeah.
So you want to try and get in the car or the truck?
I want to get inside the car truck.
The car
Dan.
truck. Okay. So you how do you want to do it?
Okay.
It's probably going to be act under pressure, but I want to know any specifics of how you're doing it. Currently, you're hanging off of a door that's just kind of flying open.
Yeah. So I want to I want to see if I can essentially am I completely like flying? Can I get my like any leverage on the side of the
I want to say you can get leverage.
Okay,
You were
'cause I wanna
flying for a
essentially-
second there, but you got it back.
I essentially want to what I want to do is cuz this door is here. Casper, where'd you go?
Hogwild! You were here the whole time!
I want to
Just give
kick
my
off
big
the
man
side. I want to kick off the side of the car, which in theory, in my head at least, will swing the door open enough that it'll actually bounce backwards, and like I want to use that momentum to get into the car.
Sure, yeah. And you if you do it good enough, you might be able to kick the other guy.
Now that would be cool. That would be really neat if I could roll like a decent number. 10.
Oh my, you did it with no problem. So you do exactly that. You bounce
So
off the
cool.
car and but your legs are like going in as you do
Yep.
it, and just the other guy just and you see him get like nailed by one of the dune buggies, fly over it, and then get ran over by the black cars as he just kind of like goes just out. But yeah,
Awesome.
and then you grab the wheel so that
Yep.
on top, unfortunately, which I forgot to actually do this, the truck starts to swerve, so it's hard to keep your footing and everything, Micah and Hogwild, I guess, but as the truck starts to swerve as you regain your composure. And Kells, you stabbed a guy this round, or was that last round?
That was last round. I didn't do
Okay.
it this round. I will.
Don't you have a boomerang too?
I didn't transfer that over. I should have, but I
I
didn't.
could. It's 2 harm if you want. It's
Yeah, I think he's going to. Oh, gosh, there's 2 cars here still. Oh no, there's 1 car here. One kind of flew away.
that
I'm
car is still in the fight. You just don't know how yet.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's still around though.
I will try to. I'll try to help Zed. I'm gonna have the drone try to shoot through the windshield and hit the driver.
Oh, the driver's gone. The driver
Oh.
is Zed.
I
now.
am the driver.
Oh, okay.
Do not
Yeah,
do
Shoot
that.
me, please. Oh no.
Do not
No
do
change.
that.
It's too late. I said it. I will. I will help out.
So
Mike,
sorry.
and then I'll have Zed. I'll have the drone shoot the back of Hogwild.
Oh.
Fly up behind him and shoot him in the back.
Not my favorite character, who is going to somehow be moved into Beacon Apartments by the end of this.
Oh my God.
No, that was not going to happen. Okay, mix it up.
Better. 11.
11. You do it. You're fine. You do it. No problem. So you just, Micah, you're just like, you regain your composure and you start to like hold up a fist, and then you kind of look a little shocked as you see this drone fly up from the front of the truck that HOGWYLDE doesn't see because it's behind him. And then you get down on the deck as just it just kind of tears through HOGWYLDE because he is not wearing anything. How much harm does that thing do?
2 harm. It's a 2-arm gun.
Oh, you killed HOGWYLDE. Well, no, you got him down to like 1, but he's for the like. So he just see bullets just kind of fly through him, and he's just like bleeding. He takes a knee because he's awesome. and he like looks up and he's like, and then just blood comes out of the hog mask as he just kind of goes limp and then flies off the back of the truck. And you see the dune buggies of the guzzlers just kind of like looking up at the top of the truck, and they see HOGWYLDE fly backwards, and they shoot up into the air super pissed off that this just happened. So now they're kind of being even more reckless and dangerous. Not that he was their tribe leader or anything, he was just somebody they all liked. He was super cool. He would give everybody presents like around the holidays and everything like that. Everybody loved the guy. He was a sweetheart. He stood in Jerry's wedding. Did you know that? Jerry was the guy that was thrown off and impaled on one of the. You did. Yeah. But okay, so you managed to kill HOGWYLDE. Then he flies off the back of the truck, which means that Micah is on top of the truck, obstructed now, and Zed is inside the truck. And Kells still has a few people behind him because there's a million cars and drones and stuff. But yeah, you're in danger. Okay, that's the end of that round, right? So I want to say the dune buggies, the guzzlers, get really energized by this, and they manage to take out the Falcon. You see the Falcon just kind of get rammed onto the side by one of them, and it flips the car over, and you watch Wedge just fly out of it, and you aren't sure what happened to him. He lands in a dune somewhere. They do the same thing they did to the smart car, where they just kind of light the thing up, but it's hard to tell what happened to him. As a couple of them kind of focus on that, but they keep up with everybody as they still are in the fight. The other black car, you see another guy the like kind of push the dead guy like into the vehicle, because they aren't just gonna like throw one of their own friends. They pull his body into the vehicle and they replace him with a different guy. So now there's another. It's almost like they reloaded the shooter that's on top of it, and he's starting to take pot shots at everybody again too.